Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am bringing you a Division B Northeast matchup between Bad by Design and Wholesome Halfwits. We are getting right here into game number 1, so I'll go over the map bans real fast. Towers of Doom, Braxis Holdouts, Sky Temple, and Dragonshire have been banned away. Bad by Design won the coin flip and have chosen to take us to Volskaya Foundry for game number 1. Let's jump right into that draft and see a first ban Mephisto hit the board here from Wholesome Halfwits. Mephisto, very strong at playing the point, at poking into that back line. Volskaya Foundry can do so fairly safely and efficiently. Seems like a pretty good ban to me. Bad by Design banning out the Johanna. Gonna remove that sturdy front line that can lead those XP rotations. As I bump my personal volume just a bit, Orphea banned away by Wholesome Halfwits. I feel like we're seeing the target ban situation coming on out here. The double playmaking mage ban from Wholesome Halfwits. I wonder if they're going to open up with a mage pick just to further choke down on those options. We'll have to see, as Gazebo is banned away by Bad by Design. Who's left in the playmaking mages? Do you go with the Li Ming? No, you go with the Sylvanas. Okay. Sylvanas picked up here by Crooked Smile. One of the more flexible first picks that you can take just in the draft in general right now. You can build Sylvanas to kill the front line. You can build Sylvanas to kill the back line. You can build Sylvanas for a big Wombo team fight. You can build Sylvanas for a pick comp. Very, very flexible damage dealer. And of course, the unique ability to turn off structures is not too bad either. Althene going to respond with a Deckard, and Poppin' Fresh going for the Sonya here. Deckard, a very strong map pick on Volskaya Foundry because of how predictable those fight zones are. Slinkmeister in the chat. How you doing, Slink? Hope you're having a good evening. Sonya, of course, able to just, if you leave Sonya alone on the wall for any amount of time, the wall gets taken out. So, Wholesome Halfwit's going to have to be on top of tracking down Sonya at all times. TKS tanks to going with the Thrall here. Sort of a classic Sonya Thrall matchup in Malavial. Is it Malavial? Malavile? I'm going to keep saying Malavial, I think. I'm sure it's wrong, but whatever I chose was going to be wrong. Going with the Ana. It's Malavial. Stitch is going to be the ban here from Bad by Design. Interesting. I mean, there's a lot of room for Stitches to work, that's for sure. I wonder if that's a ban onto the future picks of Bad by Design here, because it doesn't seem like the rest of the Wholesome Halfwits draft really synergizes with the Stitches. But maybe that's just, you know, a favored tank. Oh, my pleasure entirely. My pleasure. Wholesome Halfwit's going to remove Garrosh from the equation. Another great hold-the-point kind of tank. So tank's position a little bit limited here. I'm interested to see if Bad by Design is going to go for the Mei, as a Mei-Deckard combo is very good at holding all sorts of different angles. Also got stuff like ETC could be up and available. Diablo Deckard is a nice one. It is going to be the Mei, though. Slice going for the Mei. And we have Lathendra on the Jaina. So looking to step up and follow up with any of that big zone control that Mei and Deckard can provide. Jaina also a nice... I was going to say a nice possible steal from the Ana comp, but it's going to be Cho'Gall coming in from Dr. Sigeli and G Money Drums. So an Ana Cho'Gall composition with the Sylvanas from Wholesome Halfwits, and Captain Crowley going to round things out with a Tychus here for Bad by Design. Well, Wholesome Halfwits going all in on the Cho'Gall. Deckard does have Emerald for anti-healing, which will be helpful here. Mei pretty good with the zone control. Tychus going to make sure that Cho'Gall can't just stand there forever, but gotta give it to Wholesome Halfwits. Made it through. Got the favored healer here. Interesting setup. Okay, Bad by Design versus Wholesome Halfwits here in game number 1. I'm looking at these two drafts. I don't know. The Cho'Gall comp's looking pretty spicy. Let's see how it goes.
Commence combat preparations.
Alrighty. Why did my prediction not go off? Oh well. On the left in the blue, we have Bad by Design. Althene is on the Deckard, Lathendra playing Jaina, Captain Crowley is on the Tychus, Slice playing May, and Poppin' Fresh is on the Sonya.
10 seconds.
On the right in the red, we have Wholesome Halfwits with Crooked Smile on the Sylvanas, Malavial on the Ana, TKS Tanksta is on the Thrall, and Dr. Serums playing the Cho'Gall. I have to figure out what's going on with my predictions button. Maybe I have to log into it again. But we'll do that on the break. No predictions this first game, unfortunately. Because I've got a cast. I don't have time to figure and fiddle with my Stream Deck right now. But that's okay. Things happen. Opening wave clear commences. It's Jaina Deckard doing some work there. Captain Crowley activating the minigun. But Ana keeping Cho'Gall nice and healthy to start things off. Lathendra moving up to the top lane here, waiting for that Blizzard. We got double Blizzard comp, actually, now that I think about it. Slice gonna pop the trait, and then Ice on out of there. A lot of damage coming out from the Gall and the Sylvanas. It is threatening May a little bit here. Lathendra gonna step up there, throw the Blizzard, but doesn't quite land onto Crooked Smile. It's Captain Crowley forced to back off here. Sonya doing a little bit of double soaking as the top lane fight continues. Thrall in the bottom lane trying to work on those stacks. Did go for the Echo of Elements there on level 1. Poppin' Fresh doing the left side turret, as we see the members of Wholesome Halfwits doing the same thing over on the right. If we take a look at the XP to start things off, looks like things are a little bit ahead here for Wholesome Halfwits, only just a little. Otherwise, still very even here in the XP game in the early going. So we might have an invade here. Poppin' Fresh is going to be able to finish this off, but... Oh! Cho'Gall picking up the turret. Poppin' Fresh picking up the able to stay alive. Slice going to move on back through that potion. Althene dropping off another one. Is it going to be enough here? Slice, we've been trying to weave away, but it's not enough. May goes down as first blood. Level 4s are in for both sides here. We do see the Ruby picked up by Deckard. We'll see if it's going to be a Ruby and an Emerald. Or if it will simply be, what is it, shield potions that you usually get on 7? I can't remember the Deckard 7 that it normally is. Support camp going to be chosen here by Wholesome Halfwits. With the kill on May, that gave them the opportunity to jump up there.
For combat in the Nexus.
One thing about this comp from Bad by Design, Tychus, Jaina, very, very short range. So a lot of the damage they deal is going to be thrown back at them by Thrall and Sylvanas, not to mention Cho'Gall. So it's going to be a lot of burst, but they're going to take damage in the meantime. There's not a lot of free poke available on the side of Bad by Design. Though honestly, not a lot of free poke available on Wholesome Halfwits either. Gall can get a little bit of poke damage in. Sylvanas has like okay range. Thrall can poke with Q, but not a ton of long range siege available on either team with these two compositions. So I'm guessing a lot of these fights are going to be pretty all in, rather than just poke and wait. But we shall see. This top lane mostly cleared away by Bad by Design. I'm going to see the rest of the crew come on down here, try to force Cho'Gall off the point. They'd like to get their level 7s, though. Wholesome Halfwits have their 7, and there just behind them is Bad by Design. Sonya coming up from the bottom lane here. We're going to have 5 members. Bad by Design stepping up to Dr. Serums. Cho'Gall bursting on through. We get the nudge as well. Heal camp is going to be popped by the rest of the team as Ana healing up that Cho'Gall. Slice could be in a little bit of trouble here. Drops the Blizzard to try to ward away. Cho'Gall is just weaving in and out with that big revolving fist. Slice has to get on out of there. Poppin' Fresh in trouble as well. Captain Crowley gets caught by the Thrall Lightning and will go down. Althene was very low as well. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of the damage dealt by Bad by Design is going to be dealt right back to them. We're going to have Ana and Cho'Gall in this first protector of the game. Lothendra getting hit by that mech hand there. See how much they can do. Usually you want to get about the wall and the well up here in the top lane. Wall and the well is a successful first protector by most measures. The wall going to be going down here. We'll see if the protector has room to get a slam on the well. Slice taking some big damage here. Protector going to slam, but Slice had the, the big spirit bomb. Going to go through and finish off Mei. As the protector now with a little bit of extra space. We'll see what they can do with this. 18 seconds. Still on the timer here. Captain Crowley going to go ahead and force this out, though. Crooked Smile. Ooh. Crooked Smile just hearthing right there in the middle of the lane, able to get away. It was looking like Althine and Captain Crowley might have been able to step up there. But a very strong start for Wholesome Halfwits here. Well on their way to level 10, getting a lot done with that first protector of the game. Checking in on the experience. They've got the extra mercenary experience. Those hero kills coming in as well. Structure XP as those towers go down. And we've got ourselves another invade here with level 10s online. Slice is cutting off the rest of the damage, but there's just no one able to do anything about this big bad Cho'Gall on the point. Checking the ult situation. We do have the Twilight Hammer, Earthquake, Twisting Nether, Nano Boost, and Mind Control here for Wholesome Halfwits. Level 10's just coming online for Bad by Design now. Stay a while and listen, Ice Wall, Water Elemental, Leap, and Commandeer Odin. That will increase the poke capabilities with that Water Elemental and Commandeer Odin. So that will definitely help out in these fights as Poppin' Fresh moving in onto Tanksta. Couple of slams is going to put Thrall down below half health. Mind Control comes out, is not going to connect Althine with a giant. Stay a while and listen, and Cho'Gall could be in trouble here. See, Dr. Serums has the nano boost, but is it going to be enough? Malavi'll keeping Cho'Gall healthy for a while, but Cho'Gall going to be the first to go down. Traded out for Sonya as Mei falls as well. Thrall is going to be rooted, but is there enough damage? The Odin is enough. Thrall is going to fall. It is a 3 for 2 here for Bad by Design. Big bloodbath there over that heal camp. We'll see what Bad by Design can do with this minor advantage. They don't really have a lot of room to push right now. As Cho'Gall's already back on the field, they're going to go ahead and take their back siege camp. They're going to have to look for an opportunity to do that again. Right now, Wholesome Halfwits picking up their siege camp as well. Next protector phase should be coming up in just a few seconds here for the 30-second warning. Looks like we have a possible move onto the bottom lane here. Poppin' Fresh moving behind the wall, but Cho'Gall and Sylvanas are on the way. Meanwhile, on the top side, Bad by Design looking to get a little bit of pressure, but with Cho'Gall vanishing, they'd start to move back safely. There is that control point unlocking in about 20 seconds here. See how this next point fight goes. We're gonna have level 13s in for both sides. But we could have ourselves an invade here. Bad by Design's coming across. They're gonna be just a moment late. TKS Tanksta coming out with the Feral Spirit. Will deny any further engage. Cho'Gall cutting off that attempt as well. And we're gonna be moving towards the top lane objective here. 13s are in for both squads. Jaina's still a ways off on that ice block. That's going to be a big problem in these team fights. There hasn't really been a good opportunity for Jaina to get a lot of that heroic frost damage in. We'll see how much Lothendra can get towards that ice block in this next engagement. Sonya picking up the turret there for Bad by Design. As Gall throwing out those orbs. Just trying to zone away here. Sonya on the way up. And we're going to have ourselves a fight on the point. Althine and Slice in position. Mind Control is actually going to land onto Jaina. Good deny there by Mei. There's the ice block onto 2. One very, very low, and that's Crooked Smile. Sylvanas going down first, but Lathendra being chased out by the Cho'Gall. TKS Tanksta hits the Feral Spirit, and that's going to be Tychus going down here, but Thrall may fall as well. There's the 2 for 2 for now. Deckard Cain going to be the next to go down. Smalaviel dueling versus Slice here. May going to have to back off. Cho'Gall may not let it happen. We'll see. Can all catch up. Poppin' Fresh going to turn it around here. The Cryo Freeze is online. It's a 3 for 2 for Wholesome Halfwits. Ana and Cho'Gall staying alive. That will mean that the point is going to go right back to Wholesome Halfwits here. Rest of Bad by Design are on the way, but they're not going to be here in time. And yeah, this composition just has a really tough time stepping up to this Cho'Gall without taking a ton of damage in return. They're going to have to look... They found opportunities in these fights to come out ahead, but they're going to have to get some very favorable trades here in the late going in order to get ahead. Slice moving in onto the back line, trying to zone out Crooked Smile. There's Commandeer Odin, popped by Tychus, trying to get back there. The Protector dealing big, big damage to the Odin, and you see the Twisting Nether actually come on out from Gaul, who's going to secure the fate of the Tychus. That is something to note here if you don't see an awful lot of Cho'Gall. If Cho'Gall is in the Protector, Gaul can still free cast from in there. You see the Dread Orbs coming out, you see the Shadow Bolts coming out. A Slice could be in trouble here, icing away and catching a potion on the way out just to be sure. But this is going to be 2 forts down and possibly more, as Cho'Gall continuing to pilot this Protector down to the bottom lane. The wall is still standing here, so Cho'Gall's got to be, like, slightly careful with how this goes. Gonna burst down the gate and start to walk on through. Deckard Root popping some rubies, but that's about it. 16s are online, which means that we have the Dread Orb stun here from Dr. Serums. Mind Control not going to connect here from Crooked Smile. There's a nice big root, but Molten Block is going to deny a lot of that Blizzard damage from Jaina. Look at the follow-up, though. Cho'Gall is shredded, but look at those Dread Orbs catching everybody that was inside that Earthquake. Malaviel, Crooked Smile, and Tanksta able to get away from the Deckard Scroll. That's a pretty important kill here for Bad by Design. That's going to allow them to step up and control the map a little bit in preparation for this next objective. We'll see how much they can get done here in the bottom lane. Tychus now with the sizzling attacks on level 16 is going to be that much more of a Cho'Gall Slayer. Sonya having to deal with the top lane here as the top wall was being threatened, pulling that whole wave away. Crooked Smile stepping up there, having to pop the Will of the Forsaken to get away, as Captain Crowley was on the chase. Mind Control, not quite going to land there onto Tychus as Cho'Gall was on the way back. Looks like we got another camp invade. Here they come. Slice sees them coming here. Is going to put down the Blizzard. No one caught, though. I don't think that they can move on to this point safely. Slice going to Ice Wall. Not going to connect, though. It's Wholesome Halfwits with another camp steal. Bad by Design going to clear that mid. Wholesome Halfwits moving in on the bottom tower here. Well, going to be immediately slain as Crooked Smile pops the Banshee's Curse. Sonya continuing to push on the top side with that siege camp. See if the rest of the team can get anything done down here in the bottom lane. Cho'Gall continuing to throw out those Shadow Bolts, throw out those Dread Orbs. Sonya in range, though. But Wholesome Halfwits are not going to give them the time of day. Just head on out and clear that top lane. Cho'Gall showing on the top lane means that Bad by Design can step up onto this bottom wall here. Let's see how much that they can do. They don't have a minion wave, but Slice is tanking this tower. And look at that. With Sonya locked on, this building has no chance at all. Bottom fort taken down. Nicely done by Bad by Design, using that off-lane pressure to create space. Uh-oh, Slice could be in trouble here. Actually knocked back by the Twilight's Hammer. Poppin' Fresh trying to peel away, but that Slice going down here. Big ult coming out from Thrall as well. We see Althine with the sleep, but everyone back up and at him. Poppin' Fresh is chased down by TKS Tanksta. 4 dead here. That's a full ace for Wholesome Halfwits. Wow, what a turnaround. What a rotation from the top lane. That's going to be 40 seconds of free time here on the map. They're going to push straight down the bottom lane here, and we'll see if they can... They're definitely getting this wall. Let's see how much more that they can get here. Their minion wave is cut off, but it looks like they don't care at all. They're going to drop the turret, and they're going to move on through to this keep. Thrall got to be a little careful here. He's actually taking multiple shots. Thrall, you got to get out of there, buddy. There you go. Okay, goodness, that was close. Wall finally going down there. Bad by Design, about to come back onto the battlefield, but they've lost their bottom keep. You see Cho'Gall is looking to step onto the point and channel Protector C. Another turret in their favor. They have level 20s as well. Big spike from those late game hero kills. Now 6,500 experience ahead in that regard. Sylvanas headed on back to base. Right now we see Bad by Design just trying to soak out their level 20s. They should be able to contest this bottom point if they want to. It's only 50% on the channel, but Sonya's still in the top lane, means they're going to have to start moving now. Seems like they're not interested. Seems like they're just willing to set up on the defense here. Starting to come into the area, but they're going to have to walk in pretty quickly here. Crooked Smile available on the edge is going to throw out the mind control. Your Serums follows up, and Deckard had no chance at all. Unstoppable popped by Sylvanas is going to allow Crooked Smile to survive. Jaina the next to go down here is the ultra-powered Cho'Gall chasing down Poppin' Fresh. Sylvanas killing Tychus, but then Mei trading out. Right now, Slice is trying to kite 2 here as Cho'Gall sending the Sonya right back to base. That's going to be it for Sonya. Mei gets away, but with 4 dead, this looks like it's just going to be a core call here for Wholesome Halfwits. This time they've got the minions on the way, but that's not going to matter. The crew is on the way to the core. Shielding is down. And the Cho'Gall comp is going to come out ahead here. Slice on the defense, but there is the... My goodness. Mei taken out like it's nothing, and there goes the core. Wholesome Halfwits going to pick up the victory here in game number 1. GG. Quite the battle there in game number 1. Volskaya Foundry taken over by that Ana Cho'Gall composition. Very nicely played. We saw some signs of life there in the mid-game, a big blow-up from Bad by Design, but unfortunately the death timers just weren't long enough for them to get far enough ahead. Wholesome Halfwits hit their power spike late game and just roll on through for the victory. Taking a look at the scoreboard here, Captain Crowley on the Tychus, 34,500 hero damage for Bad by Design, leading the way there. And Gall, G Money Drums, top siege, top hero damage, nearly 47,000 there for Wholesome Halfwits. Take a look at the talents. We'll update the scoreboard here. Get ready for game number 2. Actually, while we have these talents up, let me see what happened with my predictions. What happened with my predictions? Do I have to authenticate again? It says I'm authenticated. It says I'm fine. Why didn't it do it? I'm gonna try the button again. No, it doesn't like it. That's a shame. Did I already have a prediction going? No? Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe if I re-log into it. Let's try to re-log into it. Maybe it's been long enough that it needs me to prove who I am again. So, Okay. Yes, I'm not a robot. We take this. Put it here. It says I'm good. Let's try again. Does it work now? No. Oh well, guess I'll have to fix that another time. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright, no lobby just yet, so we're going to go to a short break. But when we come back, it's going to be more Bad by Design versus Wholesome Halfwits. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We're getting set up here for game number 2 between Bad by Design and Wholesome Halfwits. Wholesome Halfwits going up 1-0 on the Anna Cho'Gall comp there on Volskaya Foundry. And we're going to be going to Alterac Pass here for game number 2. This is once again chosen by Bad by Design. Give them the old caster ready and be all set to go here. Not sure exactly why my Stream Deck prediction buttons don't work anymore, but I think I'm going to set up a manual one for this next game. I'll set up a manual one in case there's people who want to wager some bananas out there. Alright, teams are sorting out whether or not they are ready. We got one getting out, we got one on the way back. I'm ready, I'm no longer ready. You know how it goes. You know how it goes in these lobbies. That's okay. Well, we've seen the flavor of comp coming out here from Wholesome Halfwits in game number 1. We'll see if it's repeated here on Alterac Pass, or if they go with something a little more standard, a little more siege heavy. The Cho'Gall comp definitely focusing on that team fight aspect and the objective capture. We'll see if they do the same on Alterac, or if they've got a different modus operandi to show us here. Alrighty. I think everyone is back and all set. We're going to be going to Alterac Pass just as soon as the scene switches. Alrighty. Here we go. Alterac Pass is our map number 2. You said it, Orc. Once again, Wholesome Halfwits will be first to act here. Continuing on with their Mephisto banning ways. We'll see if they follow that up with the Orphea ban. Bad by Design. See what they want to take off the board early here. It was a Johanna last game, followed up by the Nazebo. They're going to take away the Sylvanas this time. Going to force Crooked Smile onto something else here. I like that. I like that. A little bit of a change based on heroes picked. Johanna's not in an overwhelming meta position right now. So unless you're super worried about a Johanna first pick messing up your comp, I do like the Sylvanas ban here. Wholesome Halfwits showed us an Orphea ban last time. We'll see if they are considering the same thing this go around. We're going to take away the Deckard here. Going to put Althene onto something else here for game number 2. Bad by Design. Likely still going with the Nazebo ban, but we'll see if they're worried about it on Alterac Pass specifically. I think Nazebo can still do some good work here despite it being slightly harder to double soak. This map is just all about siege and anti-siege, and Nazebo is both. It's going to be the Ana ban, though. Okay, so they're going to leave Nazebo open. We'll see if Wholesome Halfwits is going to jump on that, or if they've got something else in mind here. Taking out 2 heroes from the last comp is Bad by Design. They really want to throw Wholesome Halfwits into a different style here. Dr. Jelly is going for that Johanna first. Thwarting my analysis. Thwarting it! That's okay. Sometimes you say stuff as a caster, and you're right, and you're amazing. Sometimes you say stuff and you're wrong, and that's content. Bad by Design going to be responding to this Johanna pick here with their 1-2. Got the Anduin and the Chromie coming out here for Althene and Lathendra. I do like the Anduin takeaway in this position. I think that's a good choice. I was wondering if they were going to snap an early variant here, to be honest, but I think that's showing a little bit too much of what your comp is going to be about with only one enemy hero showing. G-Money Drums will pick up the Nazebo in response here, so that left all the way to the third round of hero picks, actually. And Crooked Smile is going for the Junkrat. Quite a sieging and anti-siege duo between those two. Johanna as well, Bad by Design, is going to have a really tough time pushing into any walls against that trio. Very different from game number 1, which was all very short range. We now have 3 very long range heroes between Chromie, Junkrat, and Nazebo. Stukov going to be the next banned by Bad by Design. Excuse me. That one just overtook me. Need some water. Delicious, life-giving water. Wholesome Halfwits banning out the Stitches. So now both teams have mid-banned Stitches so far in this series. Stitches Anduin has been an up-and-coming combo, I will say. Following up a hook with a Chastise or following up a Gorge with a Light Bomb are both very strong things you can do. And Falling Sword does not disgorge people. Something to note out there for you Johanna players. Bad by Design going to pick up the Greymane here in Malthael. Greymane Malthael here for Cat and Crawley and Poppin' Fresh. Malthael going to be able to pick up that back camp. Honestly, all 3 of these heroes are going to be able to pick up the back camp fairly quickly. Decent siege potential with the Chromie Greymane, though Malthael doesn't really hit buildings at all. But Malthael does clear waves. That's very important here. Wholesome Halfwits coming in with the latter half of their draft. It's going to be Tyrande here from Malaviel. And Leoric will be the choice from TKS Tanksta. Very late game composition here. Junkrat, Nazebo, Leoric all scale into the late game. I'm interested to see whether Junkrat's actually going to go with the grenade build here and just go full-on extreme late-game damage and just forego the trap build right now. Slice going to lock in Diablo for this last pick. Zebo Junkrat definitely not the fastest damage dealers in the world, so I feel like this Diablo pick is pretty safe. Tyrande can put on the Hunter's Mark to help that burn a little bit, but if all fails, Anduin can get the pull out of there or just light bomb Diablo in there. And this could be a pretty scary dive with Chromie follow-up. Alright, let's see if we can put down that prediction. Bad by Design. Wholesome Halfwits. This name is not compliant with our... Is that why it wasn't working? Who will win this game is not compliant with our content guidelines. Well, I never. Let's get into the game. I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell that's about. Well, let's get into game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Bad by Design. Althene is on the Anduin. Lathendra playing the Chromie. Captain Crowley is on Greymane. Slice on the Diablo. And Poppin' Fresh is playing Malthael. On the right in the red, we have Wholesome Halfwits. G-Money Drums is on the Nazebo. Malaviel is on the Tyrande. Dr. Sajelli is on the Johanna. TKS Tanksta on the Leoric. And Crooked Smile playing the Junkrat. Neutrons, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Junkrat going for that extra wound timers. ARAM has been called in the chat. I think I'm gonna have to at somebody. Who will win this game is against Twitch guidelines for predictions. Amazing. B-Med with the follow. Where you been, B-Med? Welcome, friend. Hope you're doing well. Teams are split into lanes here. Looks like we might... Oh, Slice actually knocked back. The follow-up from the Tyrande is in. Slice going to reposition, trying to get back, but Diablo hung out to dry there. Very nice reposition coming out from Wholesome Halfwits for the first kill of the game. Camps are up and available, so we're going to see both sides head on back to those. Captain Crowley and Althene here on the left for Bad by Design. Laviel and Crooked Smile on the right. They want to be picking that up every 90 seconds. Every 90 seconds, all game long. Every 90 seconds while I sing this song is when they're going to be picking up those camps. Leoric was, you know, just poking, just thinking, what if I just went in there and took it? What if I just took it? But Leoric thinks better of it. I think Leoric was considering if that's Malthael in there, maybe I can go brawl him. that could have worked out. But it was indeed Anduin and Greymane. How has been called. I'm not sure what happened. Something went on in the mid. How you doing, J-Hud? Hope you're having a good evening. Diablo once again caught by the Lunar Flare. But all in all, just a little bit of a macro struggle between our two teams right now. Clear the lanes to get to the objective, which of course is this back camp. This is the objective, by the way. In case you're wondering out there, this is the objective on Alterac Pass. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Poppin' Fresh, trying to get away from the gank here on the top lane. G-Money Drums sitting at 42 stacks on that Voodoo Ritual. Pretty good here in the early going. Chromie went with the Time Walker's Pursuit, so not stacking Qs or Ws here. Instead going for Vision. Turns out Vision's pretty important here. Junkrat gonna get hit with that rude Crooked Smile on the wrong side of things, and Junkrat getting a lot of damage there with that with those trait grenades. But we'll be down for another 12 seconds here. The objective's up! The objective's up. Someone get over here. The objective! Someone go to the objective! That's okay. You want to pick up that camp when you can. You want to pick up your level 7s and then possibly go towards what Blizzard thinks the objective is, which is these guys right here. But they're wrong. Look at this. Captain Crowley going for the real objective. Over on the right, Crooked Smile going for the real objective. Oh, love to see it. Love to see it. Right now, Slice moving across. Just, you know, getting a little bit of peel done on those minions. Leoric going to step up here and try to ward away. Althene looking for the channel. See if TKS Tankstick gets the interrupt. Actually, it's going to be Malaviel with the next couple of interrupts here. Nice job delaying there from Tyrande and Junkrat. That's going to be a big strength of their composition as well. Poppin' Fresh going to be pulled out of that zombie wall. Good job peeling away, though, by Bad by Design. Slice getting a little bit of damage done. Ooh, Chromie with a big hit there onto Malaviel, taking Tyrande down to half. So right now, both teams really just kind of jockeying for position. Lathendra owning this particular corridor. Junkrat going to be caught by the time trap. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming out. Althene with the big hit. Is the Dragon's Breath enough? Yes, Junkrat goes down. Lathendra styling on him with that Dragon's Breath. Picks up the kill. G-Money Drums could be in trouble. Captain Crowley with the big dive. 2 kills for Bad by Design. Slice looking for a reposition here. TKS Tanksta taking some big hits. Can Slice get the pull over? Oh, the overpower. Poppin' Fresh is going to turn around. Johanna moving right in there with the Iron Skin. Going to get that peeled away instantly. Laviel with 2 last interrupts here. Dr. Shelley may have one. Yeah, they're just going to keep delaying this forever. They've got the Junkrat autos. They've got the Shield Flare. This is going to be big trouble here. Slice going down. Dr. Jelly grouping him up. Lathendra now real low is going to fall here. What an objective phase by Wholesome Halfwits. Incredible Inept, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the show. And that's going to be Wholesome Halfwits. Dying, delaying, and overcoming to start the channel on these riders. Rest of Bad by Design is now up. They're going to be coming across here. G-Money Drums flipped and repositioned, and that's going to be one dead Nazebo. Diablo is sent right over the wall there. Channel has been stopped by Bad by Design. We'll see if they can get it going here. Crooked Smile with the first interrupts. There's the shield blare. Tyrande back to base. And they're going to get the channel there. Crooked Smile unable to get the grenade over in time. And we'll see if Wholesome Halfwits can wrestle back this point. Level 10's about to be here for both squads. Bad by Design getting there just a moment before. We've got the Light Bomb. We've got the Apocalypse, Slowing Sands, Last Rites, and Curse Bullet. And Tomb going to come out from TKS Tanks, with Slice going to reposition there. And Tomb comes out as well, is going to get the stun onto Leoric. Light Bomb connects onto G-Money Drums. There is the Riptire from Junkrat separating the backline. Anduin, the first to fall. Slice is in some big trouble. Repositions, trying to get away there. Malthael going down in the backline. There goes Diablo. That's a soul reset. 3 kills coming on out for Wholesome Halfwits. But the Riders of Blue will be marching down the lanes here for Bad by Design. Here come the Riders. Unfortunately, Anduin and Malthael will be a little bit behind here. Zebo going to be clearing behind this wave pretty quickly. There's the Cursed Bullet onto Doctor's Jelly. Uh-oh, Malavial in some trouble there. Tyrande not sensing the Diablo on the way. Is the peel enough from Johanna? No! Greymane connects, and that's Tyrande going down there. And now, Bad by Design is on the wall. We're going to get to see the flip there onto Johanna. G-Money Drums getting down to half health as the Dragon's Breaths came out. This looks like it's going to be bottom fort going over to Bad by Design. Very nice pick there. Captain Crowley in a little bit of trouble inside that wave collapse. G-Money Drums trying to catch up. Will be dismounted. TKS Tanks are going to hit the... Oh, Captain Crowley moves in, moves out. The Riptire gonna... Oh, it's the Spiders of Nazebo that get the last hit onto Greymane. Slice in some trouble here, trying to wiggle around that wall, but the slows are too much, and Diablo is down. Looking at the boss here for Wholesome Halfwits. J-Hut wants me to tell the dad joke. How do you make a waterbed more bouncy? Add spring water. Add spring water. Very nicely done. How you doing, Shy? Hope you're having a good evening. Wholesome Halfwits do pick up the bottom boss with their level 13 advantage and their player advantage here. Bad by Design looking to pick up the objective. Look at this objective right here. Captain Crowley shredding it. Shred that objective. Meanwhile, Slice is in a little bit of trouble as Doctor's Jelly on the chase. Chromie gonna hit the time trap as Slice moved around. Oh, we get a little bit of stun there. Light Bomb comes out, is gonna hit onto Johanna. Looks like Slice gonna be okay for now. Huge Apocalypse in the back actually gonna catch 2, but Malthael zoned out. Will be the first to fall. The rest of the crew is down here dealing with the boss. They couldn't get in range due to that Nazebo ult and due to that control from Johanna. Slice in a little bit of trouble in the mid, gonna get hit with the Entomb. Gets the flip over, gonna reposition into lane, but slipped a little too far there, and that's gonna be Diablo going down. Wholesome Halfwits on a roll here in the mid game. I'm gonna need to get a button on my stream deck to accentuate these dad jokes. Some sort of randomized audio file that plays like some corny music or just like, you know, something to annotate that it is indeed a dad joke being told. Get some real value out of this. TKS Tank stays warded away there. Looks like Bad by Design is aware of this play. Captain Crowley moving into the area. The trap is down here. Althene scouting over. Can Pop and Fresh get onto the point? Althene moves in with the self light bomb. Big stun onto Dr. Shelley, and that's going to be Johanna going down. The grenade from Junkrat is not enough. Oh, Althine caught by the Entomb. Can Anduin survive? No, Anduin is taken out. Last Right's out onto Tanksta. Leoric somehow still alive with less than 200 health in the back. The boss steal is good from Bad by Design, and they trade out Anduin for Johanna. Boss will not get an awful lot done, but it will finish off the wall and the well. Imagine it gets taken out before it takes out the fort. Not much else going on the map, so we'll see. Not much else except for the objective. Nice job, Crowley. Well done, Crowley. Sly's waiting for an opportunity to move on to the secondary objective. Right side objective being picked up by Wholesome Halfwits. Well done, team. Gotta pick that up. It's important. It's very important. This is a learning stream now. We're learning about Alterac Pass. Here we see 16 has been achieved by Wholesome Halfwits. Just clearing out the lanes for now. Looking for an opportunity to move on to the prison camps. Johanna trying to clear away the mid. Team moving up there into the mid, actually. Bad by Design needing to get that wave cleared as well. Alfio getting a little bit turned around in the back, going to come and rejoin the team. Wholesome Halfwits moving towards the prison camp here. Chromie going to be able to interrupt here pretty frequently as well. We'll see what Wholesome Halfwits can do about this style of interrupt. Looks like Wholesome Halfwits just says, oh, okay. We're not gonna spend too much time on this. Dr. Jelly gonna interrupt it. Oh ho ho ho, sneaky Blaze. Crooked Smile is gonna get the channel. Here comes the crew, they're riding around that. Old light bomb comes on out. Captain Crowley gonna find the stun onto the Junkrat, but the mine will separate them. Riptire comes out as well. Will get killed before it pops off. Apocalypse catching one. Chromie in the time stop. Lavendra somehow still alive there. Leoric, the only one going down so far. Chromie very, very low on health in the back. Quite the exchange there. Krayab coming in with the Prime subscription. Thank you so much, friend. Hope you enjoy your emotes for the next month. You get the Howdy, you get the Let's Go Blue, you get the Let's Go Red. And of course, you get the GG. It's important stuff. Bad by Design looking to move up onto the point here. They've got their level 16s. TKS Tanksta moving in once again. This could be trouble here for Slice as Leoric is on the chase, connecting that Drain Hope. Hoppin' Fresh, oh, taking some big hits there, but able to move away. Chromie is just raining down that sand onto the backline very effectively. I want to take a look at this Junkrat build while I've got the chance. Yeah, we've got the Taste for Explosions, 80 out of 200 right now. I keep losing it. Bombs away into the burst fire. Just a lot of poke. If we take a look at the hero damage here. Uh-oh, Slice could be in trouble. Moves into the zombie wall, but Althine comes through with the save. I want to check out the damage. Yeah, nearly 50,000 damage coming out from Junkrat so far, and only just now really hitting that spike. Leoric trying to get the slow there, but Slice moving into the mud pit. Oh, big Entomb onto two. There's the Riptire coming on out. Light Bomb is not going to go off in time. Hoppin' Fresh going to fall as well. Crooked Smile is in trouble. Oh my goodness. Lathendra almost trying to wipe everyone up here on the edge, but it is a 2-for-0 here for Wholesome Halfwits. Anything to support Grassroots Heroes content? Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm out here casting my little heart out, doing the best I can. I appreciate your support. Looks like the prison camp was going to be busted out here for Wholesome Halfwits. We're going to see Red Riders moving on down the lanes. TKS tanks to working on the bottom side here. Trying to get that moving. Top side already collapsed onto this top fort. So we'll see what the push is going to be like here. Wholesome Halfwits just going to go ahead and knock down this fort while they can. Everyone on the side of Bad by Design is back on the battlefield. Looks like we may have a collapse here in the mid. Doctor's Jelly is caught here by Lefendra. Uh-oh, Chromie repositioned. Can they capitalize? I think they were a little bit surprised that Chromie got moved over that so far. Wholesome Halfwit's going to focus on the top lane. I cast up one of your games like 8 months ago. Awesome. Which team were you on? Top keep, taking some damage here. Level 20 on the horizon right now for the Halfwits. Slice going in with the big combo. There's the Riptire to try to break up the engage. Top keep is down here, so a couple ults spent on both sides. As top keep falls, we're going to see Wholesome Halfwits peel on back to this mid fort. Bottom side objective wiped up here by Poppin' Fresh. And Wholesome Halfwits, they've got their level 20s. They've got an opening. Looks like they're headed towards the bottom boss for the next play here. Right now, Bad by Design thinking about the top boss play. Both teams staying off vision. We're going to have a boss trade here for our two teams. Easy peasy, no problem at all. Except that the bottom boss is moving on to the keep of Bad by Design, whereas the top boss is only moving on to the fort of Wholesome Halfwits. So right now, Wholesome Halfwits, oh, they're actually going to go for a camp steal here. They know they've got the time to do it. So they are going to steal and get a little bit of split push in the mid as the boss marches on down to the bottom lane. Boss taking out the entire wall, still very healthy. Tanksta moving in there, looking for an entomb. Is not going to hit. The Buried Alive does not hit. Junkrat comes out, is going to... Oh, nice stasis there by Chromie, but Lefendra, oh, going to require a pull. Althine is there for the save. Slice repositioned into the back line as the keep is going to go down. Big stun from the boss. The second pull from Anduin is popped. Keep goes down, but everyone stays alive on the side of Bad by Design. New Game Plus and Saros Crypto Crew. Ah, yes, I do remember casting those teams. Ah, yeah. There actually aren't that many teams that end up going, like, more than one season. So a lot of teams, you know, end up looking a lot different. Oh, Light Bomb. Not connecting there. Slice not able to find a target to charge onto, so that's 60 seconds without Light Bomb. Yeah, a lot of NGS teams will at least restructure in the off-season. Not a lot of them stay together for, like, beyond 2 seasons or sometimes even beyond 1 season. But a lot of the players tend to stay in the league. They just find new teams. They find new ways to play together, you know? Slice going to get on out of there with the Hellgate as Johanna catch. Oh, this time the Buried Alive is going to connect. Silencing them onto 2, but TKS Tanksta getting healed up like crazy. Malthael and Anduin are going to go down here. Huge heals coming on out. Lefendra being chased away. Trying to get extra damage onto Leoric. Leoric needs one more auto and is going to get it. Will trade here. Captain Crowley getting the kill onto Tanksta, but Greymane in huge trouble. The spiders are en route, and that's Greymane going down. There goes Malthael as well. Diablo, the only one left alive. Leoric, the only one down. We'll see if this is going to be a core call. Yeah, they're just going to go for the mid keep, and they're going to go straight to the core. GGs have been called. Wholesome Halfwits are going to surge on through. They're going to pick up the 2-0 in this series. Very, very well played. GG. All right, we'll take a look at the post-game summary here. Wholesome Halfwits with the 2-0. Congratulations to them. Lefendra on the Chromie. Top hero damage for Bad by Design. 66,500 coming out there. A lot of almost kills. A lot of backline shredding coming out from the Chromie there. But looking over at the side of Wholesome Halfwits, the Junkrat. Top siege, top hero damage. Almost 75,000 there from Crooked Smile. Very, very nicely done. Update the scoreboard here. All the talents are up, and we'll see if we can get ourselves an interview with our winning team. Let's head on over there. We shall wait. Let's see who comes on through.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations on the 2-0. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quite the game number one there. Looking very practiced on that Ana Cho'Gall composition. I got the feeling that wasn't your first time around on that comp.
No, it's not. It's something we do to kind of have fun and quick match. I don't know. Sometimes it's fun. It's starting to feel kind of bad though, so it's weird.
Well, it's, sometimes you got to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got the draft you wanted there. Tell me about the thrall in that composition. Is that more a something that you're doing to aid your composition, or is that more of like an anti-Sonya tech?
I think maybe more than anything, our offlane is just really comfortable on that hero. We were kind of just looking for any sort of beefy offlane to accompany the Cho'Gall. We didn't really have anything in mind, and the thrall is what came out.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, Volskaya Foundry basically just bullying on the point there. Was there anything from the enemy composition that you had to look for in those fights? I know Tychus, after level 16, looked like was dealing a ton of damage there. Was it really just having to keep your distance before moving in? Were there any spots where you were worried about your rotations at all?
I don't really think so. Cho just does so much damage, and Tychus has to be so close to do any of his damage that I can just punch in real quick and after 10 stun him backwards and get a bunch of auto attacks in on him. Cho just does too much damage to squishy backlines, I think, to make it really worth it. We got caught out a couple of times because I was being a little over aggressive, but I think in the end that the mind control on the Deckard was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very effective flank, picking up that Deckard right off the bat there. Leads to the ace, leads to the win. Pretty much spick and span there. Moving on to Alterac Pass. Going with a pretty late game scaling composition there. You got the Leoric, you got the Nazebo, you got the Junkrat. That seemed like you got pretty much everything you wanted there. Was there any sort of reaction in those picks, or were you just happy to be able to pick up that whole comp that you were able to?
We definitely wanted to have the Junkrat, and the Nazebo was kind of us forgetting to ban him. So we were just like, oh, we should probably pick him so they can't. Yeah, we felt pretty comfortable, even though it's a little bit new to us, doing like a more poke-centered late scaling comp, rather than like a dive blow them up kind of thing.
Yeah, I think our comms really helped our poke this game.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot better on that this year, and it's really helped us not die.
Yeah, calling interrupts on the objective was super important there.
Yeah, I mean, like that first objective, just seeing even losing 2 members able to continue to interrupt there through multiple heroes until you were able to come back and wrestle back that point. That was a case study right there is what I'll call that. If teams ever want to know how you run an interrupt comp on Alterac Pass, very nicely done there. Yeah, I mean, Alterac Pass, I mean, you get ahead, stay ahead, another kind of map like that. Just looking at, it seemed like the Chromie was the biggest concern. There were a lot of big damage from the flank there coming towards the end. Did you have to watch your positioning at all on those edges, or just try to find Chromie at all times to make sure that the backline didn't just disappear?
You know, I don't really remember that Chromie. I was too busy trying to control the Diablo and the Greymane to keep them from the dive. So I think I was just soaking Chromie damage and getting healed by amazing Tyrande heals.
Okay, okay. I still have the stats up there. Yeah, 90,000 healing on Tyrande. I guess Malavial isn't here right now, but we don't get to see a lot of solo heal Tyrande, and usually the reason people say is for lack of healing, like it's a burst setup, but I'm looking at 90,000 healing done, and that seems like a pretty respectable amount of healing to me. Do you feel like Tyrande is able to be picked in more spots than people think?
Definitely. And one of the things that he was talking about when he was picking it was that he can auto on the objective in like in the
Oh yeah, because the minions just keep spawning.
when he can't hit a hero.
Interesting. Okay, a little bit of Tyrande tech there.
Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
he likes the level 4 on Tyrande. It gets him more heal. The 80% heal on your next Q if it's cast on a different hero gets up to like 1,000 at level 20. So that's how he was rehealing all of the Chromie damages I was soaking in the front line.
Well, worked out very well there. Very nicely done. What can I say? A pretty clean 2-0 there. I believe, yeah, that puts you ahead of Smoke for first place, at least for the time being, here in B Northeast. There any teams coming up here in the last 4 weeks of the regular season that you've played before? Any rivals that you're coming up against?
Ooh, I do not know. Let me check quick. I think we've played Currently Chasing Samuro before.
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I don't remember it though. That was a long time ago. Oh, and we have a withdrawal, so we only get 3 more games.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I can't wait for the playoffs. Hopefully, we can see you guys again and get some good hots in.
Absolutely. All right. Well, congratulations on the 2-0 once again. The floor is yours. Any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Shout outs to the team for showing up. Shout outs to Jimmy Neutrons, our likely new sub. Shout outs to you for casting, and that's all I got.
Yep, ditto.
Fantastic. All right. Dr. C, G Money Drums, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck in the coming weeks.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good evening.